cafe anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
It's Mike Matthews, and we have Basil the Boxer barking in the background. I can't really, now he's quiet. And this is the show called Mike's Daily Podcast. And we've got lovely lady friend here. Hello, lovely lady friend.
Hello, Mike.
It's great to have you here. Did you come here on a bike?
I came on a plane.
That's a great place. That's insane. If you're on a plane, there's no one else with you. And they mainly stay off planes because of the coronavirus. And this show is called Mike's Daily Podcast. And we're at Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley. On a beautiful day, we're about to take a walk. So, Mike's, we're going to be daily pretty short. Podcast. Pretty short, pretty brief. Yeah! I today had an interesting day.
You were productive.
I had
Getting it done.
Get a lot done today. A lot of big changes in my world. And I had to do some managing. Now everything's not completely finished, but it just sort of had to do a lot of calling people and that. Arranging. I was like a planner. I was planning things. How about you? Did you have a good day?
I did. It was busy, but it was good. And I'm ready for a walk. All this pent up physical energy. I need to walk.
Because we've been walking a lot lately. Yesterday we did was it yesterday we did a 3-hour walk?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Was it yesterday?
I think so.
God, it's like time is just melting. Like the days are just melting into each other in this lockdown.
It's a lockdown melting fest.
Yeah.
It's a melting pot. It's a lockdown.
Like, is it Tuesday? Is it Saturday? I don't know. They're all the same now.
I'm dancing. I'm trying not to let this lockdown get to me because I'm dancing. That's right. We're dancing around at Mike's Daily Podcast Show. So, in Ohio, have you been to Ohio?
And here's today's podcast
No,
picture.
I don't remember. I think when I was a little kid, but I don't remember.
Well, before I talk about Ohio, here's the podcast picture today. I don't know what the podcast picture is today.
Does it have to do with Ohio?
No, because I've never been to Ohio, and I would show a picture of Ohio. Maybe from that hike we took that day. How about this one?
Beautiful.
Okay, when did we take this picture? Was April 23rd. That was last Thursday?
A couple of weeks ago.
Oh, Basil's like, get your time right, your timeline correct, Mike. I'm a dog. I have no sense of what time is. Is time in a bottle? I'll tell you the first thing I would do. I would dance all day like a dog would do. Oh, this is at Five Canyons. It's in Podcastro Valley, and we walked up to the top there, you and I. Basil and I used to do it, but now he can't walk. So he just relaxes and then falls asleep. Oh, he's back asleep again now. He goes back to sleep rather quickly because he's older.
He's got his eye on the important stuff. Food.
That's right. The food.
That's pretty much the big motivator now.
You and I saw yesterday on our walk, we saw a guy running with a face mask on.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually Skyped or Google Hanged out or video conferenced or Zoomed or whatever you want to call it with my cousin's daughter, Anki. She's the gal that you hear at the beginning go, Mike's Daily Podcast. So I hadn't talked to her in months. It may have been almost a year. And she is a teacher, and she's able to do a little bit of leaving the house now for teaching, but she does all the video conferencing stuff. And that was interesting to talk to her and find out what was going on in Germany, which I guess is... So she, when she runs or walks, she doesn't wear a mask, and we don't have to. You technically don't have to do that here in the States. But we saw a guy with a big mask on, and he looked like what's that villain? Bane guy from Batman. And he's running with this on his face. How uncomfortable is that? And he's not doing it. There's no one around him. He's not going to catch some random germ flying around. I mean, if he was in the middle of a supermarket, maybe, but they don't understand. Oh, that's what I was going to say about my cousin. So that's my mom's sister's granddaughter. But my mom's sister's daughter is making face masks. And I asked if she's selling them online. She's not. So apparently, but she's made a lot of face masks for people.
That's kind of her.
That's happening in Germany. People are doing that here.
Yes.
You almost started doing it.
Collective effort. I have yet to make my own out of a t-shirt. I was going to do that. I told you I saw that tutorial.
Yeah.
It looked easy, but I haven't actually tried it.
I talked to someone today who said that now this is I sometimes help out. Well, okay, so I produce sometimes Rob Black, and I have a hand in putting I produce Rob Black's show. He's a guy who talks about money.
Roberto Negro?
See, and so I help put his podcast together is what I do. But I work with his sometimes, I guess it's sort of his business partner, Chad Burton. Chad Burton's mom is a hoot. She's in her 80s. And I have to talk to her from time to time because I do this collaboration with them. And she said that she's been wearing a face mask lately. So I told her I've been wearing the Dusty Paws Rescue face mask, which I got for free. You are just murdering that microphone. Look at you. You just grab this part. It pivots.
Oh.
Grab the pivoting part.
Thank you.
Pivot. Jeremy, pivot. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Jeremy Pivens once almost killed himself eating too much sushi, and he got mercury poisoning.
Yikes.
Okay. So you know how I'm wearing that face mask that's actually a bandana I got from Dusty Paws Animal Rescue. They rescue cats. Mm-hmm. In fact, you once had a cat from Dusty Paws.
Yes.
And Dusty Paws does dogs, has dog rescue too. And
I think they only do dogs now.
Oh, okay.
They don't do cats.
So Chad Burton's mom, apparently, she also wears a scarf with a message on it. It's she got it when she donated money to the Be Strong Bethany Frankel organization. Have you ever heard of that?
No. Well, Bethany Frankel, wasn't she one of those Real Housewives?
Oh, is that who that is? Okay.
I think so. I know of her. I'm so bad. I know of her just from watching celebrity smut. I think she's a Real Housewife, but or was an alum of one of those shows.
I once had on 2 Real Housewives, but they were not on the one of the big shows. They were on one of these CM. You ever heard of CM? What is it? CMT. It's the country music television. It started out just showing country music videos, like Garth Brooks and all that. But as that got less and less popular, those type of videos, they VH1 and MTV started getting into reality programming. And if you go to the interviews page, I think they were called the Nashville Wives, but they had to call it something. Anyway, you can find it at mikesdailypodcast.com. There I plugged my website. Oh, and you can also call us at 336MM Daily. Let us know who you're promoting with your face mask. 3 + 3 = 6. MM as in Mike Matthews, Daily as in what this podcast is.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait. So let me thread it back. So the Be Strong Foundation, what is this for?
It's, I guess, a charity. They give money to charities.
Okay, and so Chad's mom has given money to this?
Yeah, and so
charity?
she got a scarf because she donated money to that organization.
Okay, that was her plug.
Yes. That was what so she's wearing that on her face.
Be strong. Didn't Lance Armstrong also have, is that the same thing?
Oh.
Or is this a different, didn't he have his own, oh no, his was Live Strong or something like that, right?
Oh, okay.
With all the little bracelets, remember that?
Oh, okay.
This was before his doping scandal.
When he was still cool and he was dating Sheryl Crow.
Yeah.
And
pre-doping Lance.
Speaking of dope, beer. No, beer isn't. Well, beer. It's a drug of sorts. Beer.
Food is a drug.
Love is a drug, and I need some more. Apparently, there's this place I have gone to in the past. Last time I went was with Russ, Red Cat Russ, and he and I had several beers in Niles. It's this little town that's a part of Fremont, California. It's like a neat old downtown with Charlie Chaplin iconography everywhere. Because Charlie Chaplin filmed a movie there years in the silent movie era.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
And there was a cowboy named Bronco Billy. And they do an awesome Dia de los Muertos celebration every year, right around Dia de los Muertos. They always do it on a Saturday. Wait, is Dia de los Muertos always on Saturday? No, it's whatever the day is following Halloween.
I think so. Or it's November 2nd, I think.
And we watched, they had the Aztec dancers, and you and I were like,
awesome.
How are they doing that?
Yeah.
That takes
incredible.
A lot of very physically active dance. And fascinating. And they're dancing with their ancestors on stage. And anyway, at this place in Niles, because of the shutdown, they said, you can come have our great food, but you just got to go. You can't eat it here. You got to take it with you. And they're known for the beers that they have. They have a lot of beers that they get from all these local breweries. And apparently you can take beer with you. It's okay. It says here with the COVID-19 related SIP. Oh, shelter in place. I'm like sipping a beer.
I know. I was thinking that too.
California government. And they probably wanted to say the California government. That's my little SIC in parentheses for you. Has eased the restrictions on bars and restaurants. We are now legally permitted to sell beers and wine to go.
Oh, wow.
Besides food, you can now purchase beers and wines to take home and enjoy. Beers are sold in pints and pitchers. For pitcher, probably wanted to say a pitcher. Another parentheses, or it's actually brackets SIC, isn't it? You can either get your own growler to be refilled or get 4 pints in to-go cups.
Dang. Yeah, I'm looking at the picture. They've got those little to-go containers, like the ones they give you with coffee.
Yeah.
You can stick multiple cups in there. And it's filled with beer.
Look at that happy guy. There's a picture with a happy guy. And that's not the podcast picture.
Wow. Okay.
The podcast picture is of Five Canyons, but I mentioned that already. Okay. And then it says you can also get the beer to go through one of those delivery door Uber thingies. Eats.
Oh, get out. Like DoorDash or Uber Eats or Grubhub.
Grubhub. You know all of them. Can you name any more?
Oh, God, I know. Postmates.
Wow, look at you.
I'm sure there are others I'm not aware of.
You haven't used it in a while because I've been home more often.
I'm being good. And I've been saving so much money. It's incredible how much money I was spending on those kinds of services.
It takes yeah. It is, and it's addictive.
It's very, well, and the convenience, that's really what you're paying for. You don't have to leave your house.
But isn't there all kinds of weird stuff, like they might do stuff to your food?
I'm sure. I mean, but that's anywhere.
Oh, I guess so, huh?
I've had my food stolen.
From like Grubhub?
No, from, from the DoorDash.
really?
person that was delivering. Yeah.
Oh.
It happens.
So then you don't have to pay. You got your money back?
Yeah, they just refunded me. They credited me. But I was still hungry. I was like, okay, I get my money back. What about my food?
Where's my food? Oh, wow. Cinco de Mayo is today. Did you?
Oh, my God. That's right.
May the 4th be with you is yesterday. And
Cinco de Mayo is today.
Wow. That's when Mexico got their independence from France, I think. Not Spain. No,
from Spain? I don't know.
Let's double check. Hey, it's lovely lady friend and Mike in the morning. Let's take a look at today's. It's the holidays of Mexican. Yeah, France. At the Battle of Puebla during the Franco-Mexican War.
Well, there you have it.
All the way back in 1862. Okay, real quick news stories. One is that there's this guy, the governor of Ohio, back to Ohio, Mike DeWine. He chastised protesters upset with the coronavirus. I don't want to lock down anymore. You're taking away my rights. And the governor, who's a Republican, said, hey, don't be disrespectful and obnoxious to a member. There was a member of his cabinet that got apparently yelled at by somebody that was part of that group. And somebody was harassing a reporter. He says, you should come after me. Don't go after people who are exercising the First Amendment rights that we value in this country so very much. And you know what the whole situation was somebody protesting there saw a reporter with a face mask on and said, you spread lies. You should, I don't believe in social distancing. Don't force me to social distance. I'm not going to social distance from you. And then, you know what I want to do? People like that. I want to have my social distancing powers, push them far away like John Oliver was doing.
In Community.
To Senor Chang.
Yeah.
Or is it Chang? Yeah. Chang.
Yeah.
And pushing him away. Just go away. Can we then just take our face mask off and cough on him? What is that about, really?
Takes all kinds in this world.
And this is interesting. The Republican Ohio governor said reporters and photographers who are doing nothing more than following the First Amendment, informing the public. Just remember, they're informing the public about what you think and what you're saying and what you think is important. So he was like trying to smooth it over. It came after demonstrators gathered over the weekend outside the State House in Columbus, Ohio. At one point, a protester outside the building confronted a reporter from the Columbus station WCM. It's WCMH. Everything's W over there on that side of the Mississippi. Who was covering the demonstration, telling the reporter she was terrifying the general public because you know that country, that company that you work for is lying to the American people. You know that what you're doing is wrong at the end of the day. You know it. You see how nervous you are? You're shaking, you're sweating. Your glasses, you can't even see out of them. You're terrifying the general public. You realize that? Thank you, ma'am. Can I quote you on that? Thank you. Wow. Interesting. Oh, and then another story interesting that I grabbed real quick before I started this show with you. And thank you for being outside a cafe anyway with me right now. Is that there are these people getting thrown out of windows in Russia. Did you hear about this? Is the type of story you tell me all the time.
What?
3 frontline healthcare workers have mysteriously fallen out of hospital windows in Russia over the past 2 weeks. This is heightening the public attention to the working conditions for doctors and medical professionals amid the coronavirus pandemic in Russia.
Wait, they've mysteriously I mean, is that like code for suicide? What? They've mysteriously fallen out windows? How does one just fall out a window?
Apparently, the one who's still alive, the other 2 died. The one that's alive, an ambulance doctor, is in serious condition after falling from a hospital window. Local state television said he fell out of a second-floor window where he worked and was receiving treatment after testing positive for the coronavirus. And he was hospitalized for the coronavirus on April 22nd, the same day that he and his colleague posted a video online saying that he had been forced to continue working after testing positive for the coronavirus. And his coworker, I think, who died, was also pushed out of a window.
Oh, so they were pushed out? Or
Yeah.
they jumped?
Oh, no. The guy he was talking to is alive. Alexander Kosyakin posted a video online saying that Shulipov, he's the one that was pushed out of a window, had been forced to continue working after
Who
testing.
pushed him out?
Let's see. It says he was getting ready. They have. Now this is all murky. And the actual person that pushed him out was. They're not saying.
Drum roll.
It's a weird situation. So there you go.
Some going on there.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere in this article where they say who it was. But that's...
So he's pushed out on the one hand, he jumped out on the other.
I pulled it from CNN.
Very vague.
So yeah, it's all...
Fishy.
I think we're all fascinated with how Russia's going to deal with all this.
I think we're all fascinated with how we're dealing with it.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone.
Yeah.
Hey, look who's here outside a cafe anyway.
Oh my goodness, it's Chely Shoehart, gift shop supervisor. The gift shop's closed. Hi, lovely lady friend.
Hey, what's up, Chely?
I'm really sad because the gift shop's closed and Mike Matthews had to take a pay reduction.
Oh, no.
That's right, because we can't pay him here at cafe anyway because no one's putting stuff at the gift shop.
That's terrible.
Because they're not coming inside.
But earlier in the show, we heard a bunch of people in the background. So there's people here.
But the gift shop's closed.
It doesn't make sense. Give me back my money. Look who else is here. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere, the engineer. That Russia incident is very interesting. Hello, lovely lady friend.
Hey, John Deere.
Stay away from windows when you're in Russia is my suggestion.
Yeah. No kidding.
That's right. You too have a wonderful walk, and make sure to, when you walk uphill, use the balls of your feet.
Oh, okay. You've got pretty strong calves yourself, John Deere. Is that what you do?
Thank you. Well, I am very slender, as you can see.
Yeah.
And the tie that I'm wearing is always too big for me, but that's okay. And my glasses are very heavy on my head.
Oh, wow. Do you always wear a tie with shorts?
That's what I do. Just today because of the nice weather.
Right on.
But the very heavy glasses is what causes my calves to look so buff and awesome. Can we stop talking about his calves? Let's change the topic.
All right.
Thank you for listening to episode. I haven't said what episode it is. 2029. And next show will be the wonderful Madame Ruta Vega Valentino. No, wait. It'll be Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player and the Brewmaster. Yes.
Is Benita going to have her horse?
I don't know. That horse, wasn't that fun? My lovely lady friend took the picture of me with the horse, which was the episode podcast picture for 2028. And why do they put those things on the horse's face? It's, I guess, to keep him from being rambunctious?
I don't know.
Getting spooked? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Apparently they're really sensitive. They startle easily.
But, huh?
Yeah, and then they take off running.
Well, thank you for joining us on this show. We are going to try to bring you another one tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. Don't let people get you down. Don't let people throw you out of a window. Hang in there. Stand for what you believe in.
Maybe wear a parachute.
Unless you believe in yelling at reporters, then stop that. That's just being dumb. You can always write a letter to the editor. Let's be civil people. What? Do you have a parachute? What color's my parachute? That's a book. I was talking to my financial planner about how where I work is taking part of my salary away. And he said, do you have a headhunter? And I go, that's not nice. It's not really sensitive to different cultures. But headhunting, wasn't that a thing in a movie I saw with, we've got friends that want us to see old movies. And right now, we should see some of these old movies that maybe didn't have the most PC of thinking at that time. But
I'm all for it.
Because even on the Jungle Book ride at Disneyland, or is it just the Jungle Cruise is what it is? I don't know if they still have it. This is a good question. If you can answer it, call me at 336MM Daily. They used to have at the very end of the ride, there was like someone from the jungle with a bunch of shrunken heads, and it was sort of this animatronic thing. And the guy driving or the woman driving the boat would always say, "Hey, there's Headhunter Sam. He'll give you 2 of his for 1 of yours." It was always the joke they had at the. I wonder if they still do that. If that would be considered insensitive or culturally appropriating or herd mentality or something not right. Anyway, headhunting. I do not have a headhunter. I'm not looking for. I do not have someone looking for a job for me at this point. But if you would like to look for one for me, you can call me 336MM Daily. I'm excellent at petting horses and finding news stories and finding out who threw people out of windows. Until then, though, I'll stick with what I have and enjoy being here at Cafe Anyway with my lovely lady friend. Thank you, lovely lady friend, for coming by.
Thank you.
Let's go walk. Yeah. When you put your hand up in the air, they can't hear that.
Oh.
So I have to describe it then. Lovely lady friend put her hand up in the air like, yay. Here we go.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.